It follows you home. I made a mistake. Exploring that abandoned church. I was born and raised in Guthrie, Oklahoma, a sleepy town known for its charming Victorian buildings and long-forgotten streets. As a kid, I never thought much about the eerie stories surrounding it. But now, I can't walk alone at night without checking over my shoulder. Because I know what's out there. And it knows me too. It all started a couple of years ago. I was 24, working part-time at a bookstore and filming urban exploration videos in my free time. My channel wasn't huge, but I had a small, loyal audience who loved abandoned places and scary legends. One night during a live stream, someone asked if I had ever been to the old church outside town, St. Cyprian. Locals called it the Black Chapel. I froze. Everyone in Guthrie had heard of it. The church had been abandoned for decades, sitting deep in the woods, down a barely visible path. No one went there anymore. They said it was cursed, that strange rituals were held there long before it was shut down, that people who went inside came back changed, or didn't come back at all. Of course, I didn't believe in all that. I figured the fear was just small-town superstition mixed with a spooky aesthetic. So when my followers practically dared me to explore it, I said yes. I shouldn't have. I packed up my gear, my DSLR, a GoPro, and a flashlight, and headed out just before sunset. The sky was that dusty orange you only get in late autumn. I parked near the edge of the woods and followed the overgrown trail. As I walked, the air grew colder. Too cold for Oklahoma in October. The wind stopped. No birds, no bugs, just silence. It felt like the world was holding its breath. When I reached the clearing, I saw it. St. Cyprian stood crooked, as if the earth beneath it was rejecting its presence. Ivy strangled its stone walls. The steeple was cracked and leaning, with a broken iron cross barely hanging on. The massive wooden door hung open, swaying with an awful creak that echoed like a moan. I hesitated. Something deep in me, instinct maybe, screamed for me to leave. But I pressed forward, filming every step like a fool trying to prove bravery. Inside, the air was thick and wet, like breathing through a soaked rag. It smelled of mold, decay, and something worse, something like rotting flesh. I panned my flashlight. Across the main hall, rows of shattered pews, a pulpit covered in torn red cloth, strange markings scorched into the floor, symbols I didn't recognize. They looked old, angry, circles within circles, lines that made no sense, eyes crossed, out. The walls were covered in what looked like soot. Except, soot doesn't drip upward. I moved toward the altar, trying to sound calm in my recording. I brushed my hand against the cloth and immediately gagged. My stomach lurched. I had to cover my mouth. Something was wrong. Not with the cloth, with the place, with the air. And then I heard it. Footsteps. Slow, deliberate, heavy. They came from behind me, from the far end of the church. My flashlight flickered. I turned fast, heart racing, but there was nothing, just darkness. The footsteps stopped. I forced myself to speak. Hello? I'm just filming. I'll be gone soon. Silence. Then, from above, the faint sound of wood groaning. I tilted the camera toward the balcony, and my blood turned to ice. There was a figure standing there. Tall. Still. Head tilted too far to the left, like it was broken. I blinked. It was gone. That's when the whispering began. It wasn't English. It wasn't even language, not really. Just overlapping voices, dozens of them, murmuring in sync. My flashlight cut out. Panic surged. I bolted. I don't remember running. I only remember falling, branches clawing my face, the taste of dirt in my mouth. Something was behind me. I swear I felt it. Heavy steps matching mine, breath on my neck. But when I burst back onto the main road, it vanished. I collapsed next to my car, sobbing. I didn't even drive home right away. I just sat there, shaking, staring at the woods, half expecting that thing to step out. Back home, I reviewed the footage, and it was all there. The whispers, the figure, even the symbols. My inbox flooded with messages, some curious, others concerned. Paranormal enthusiasts said I had awakened something. Some begged me to take the video down. I didn't listen. Big mistake. The first night, I couldn't sleep. I felt watched. My dreams were full of red cloth and white eyes. I woke up with a start and found my bedroom window cracked open. I never opened it. Then came the knocks. Every night at 3:17 a.m., 3 knocks at the front door. I live alone. No one was ever there. I stopped filming. I stopped sleeping. My lights flickered. My cat hissed at empty corners. One night, I heard whispering coming from the bathroom. The lights were off. I went in. The mirror was covered in those same symbols. I tried everything. Salt, sage, prayer. I called a local priest. He arrived, took one step inside, and turned pale. He muttered a quick blessing, then told me I needed to leave. Whatever is here, he said, has been waiting a long time, and now it's awake. I moved in with a friend temporarily. Things calmed down for a bit, until the dreams returned. This time. I wasn't just back in the church. I was under it, buried, surrounded by chanting voices. Something crawled toward me, dragging itself with twisted limbs. It had no face, just a mouth stitched shut, yet I could still hear it scream. I woke, up bleeding. My nose, my lips, both split open like I'd been in a fight. My friend swore no one had come in. There were muddy prints in the hallway. Again, human-sized. That was the final straw. I deleted my channel, burned every physical copy of that footage, blocked the trail from my mind as best I could, but it wasn't enough. It still finds me. In dreams, in mirrors, in the shadows where my eyes don't linger long. Wherever I go, I feel it. Watching. Waiting. I'm telling this story not for fame or attention. I don't want subscribers or clicks. I want someone to believe me. I want someone to be warned. If you ever hear of St. Cyprian's Church outside Guthrie, don't go looking for it. Because once you see it, it sees you too. And some things don't stop following you home.